Hey, this is India with Bags and Lifestyle. Thank you so much for watching this video. Let's go ahead and get started with today's topic, which is going to be a quick review over 4C only, as well as my take on whether green tea hair rinse really does work for hair shedding. So let's go ahead and get into it. Before we get into the product review, I just really wanted to quickly talk about how many products that we actually have now on the market for people who have darker skin and also curlier hair, a tighter curl and kinky coil pattern like myself. And so I just remember growing up when I was in elementary school and also being in high school, and how I had relaxed hair then. And pretty much now, shout out to Mazzani, because Mazzani has always been around and is a salon, more of a salon product is what I would put them in the category of, but kind of like direct to consumer, where you can see it at Target and Walmart and at CVS or the grocery store or whatever. A lot of times you were seeing Pantene Pro V. And that was mostly it. Nothing's wrong with Pantene Pro V. My daddy used that on my hair all the time. My dad's a licensed cosmetologist, by the way. So he did my hair and also relaxed my hair too. But that was it. And so there is something to be said about the subtle message you get when you don't see a variety of products that speak to you or that you see yourself in. So I just wanted to mention that because it does make a difference. And so to see now all of these products, like Beyonce now has, and her mom have released Sacred. And then I also believe I saw that Issa Rae also has a hair care product line, but there's so many products out there, whether you're a famous person or you're not. There are so many opportunities and products out there now. And so I wanted to quickly highlight a few women that I have not seen any information on. And I know a lot of times we talk about Madam C.J. Walker a lot and how she had changed the hair care industry for Black women. But there are some other women that have also helped get us to this point now where we're in this world where we have so many products to choose from to do whatever we need to do with the hair that curls out of your head. So first up is going to be Annie Turbo Malone. She created Avari Beauty. Also, Sarah Spencer Washington. Now, Sarah Spencer Washington was close to my heart for a specific reason, and that is because she studied advanced chemistry at Columbia University. And so that really spoke to me, because a lot of times there's still this stigma that women can't also be smart and also love fashion and also like to look nice and all of these other things too, and just be a multifaceted person. And that's unfair to women. Period. But there are so many women that I've talked to out there that also I watch their channels and all of this, and it makes me so much more interested in a person when I find out your backstory or know a little bit more about you, especially when you are in a more kind of taxing or kind of more, I don't want to say dedicated, but just a difficult subject or field like chemistry, very science heavy, where people have a thought about, if you're like a science major, like, oh, you're a science major, like it's just a little bit of a different thing. So yes, I am a science major. And so I got very interested in this. Also, I didn't know that Tamara Kalenic, hopefully I'm saying her name correctly, she's a huge influencer. Like, if you're seeing my channel, you have seen her channel. But I didn't know she had a background in pharmacy. As soon as I learned that, which was actually a few videos that I watched of hers, I thought, I'm very much more interested in you now that I know you have a background in pharmacy. Like, that's just, I don't know, the way my brain works. Let me know if you guys feel more intrigued when you learn something new or something that you didn't expect to learn about a person that is that makes you more interested in that person. Thumbs up, comment down below. Anyway, I'm segueing into something because you see how excited I am. But all of these women have made a big impact and paved the way to where we are now within the hair care industry. I also want to mention that make sure you hit that more box, expand it out. The article that I read, which is titled "Because," let me see, the name of it is called "Because of Them We Can," where it featured all of these women. Also had these products, not products, but it's the article where it goes through all these women that I'm mentioning right now. Also, Joanne Johnson, which is she partnered with her husband to create Johnson products. And if you are either of this age range where you grew up around this time, or have family members or seen movies where they talked about this or featured it, one of the products that they trademarked was Afro Sheen. And so I thought that's really cool. So yeah, this article is really interesting and definitely helped me learn about some people that I had not known about that have changed the trajectory of the hair care industry. So also coming up to recent day, which will be Lisa Price, who is the founder of Carol's daughter, and she started out in the early 90s. Now, later on, she was bought out by L'Oreal, which, interestingly enough, I'm going to segue again because I just finished this series on Netflix. So if you have Netflix and I know in different countries, you may not be able to see the same things that we can see in the US, but check it out if this sounds interesting to you. But it is The Billionaire, The Butler, and The Boyfriend, which is an unfortunate situation. It's a 3 or 4 part docu-series on the Betancourt family and Lillian Betancourt and situation that happened between her daughter, and some other people. Like I said, it is unfortunate because it's not a happy story, but it is definitely very interesting. But check that out on Netflix. And the reason I mentioned that is because the Betancourt family still to this day owns about 35% shares of L'Oreal. So they're one of the larger stakeholders that have ownership in L'Oreal. And yeah, it's an interesting story about that because I mentioned Lisa Price and L'Oreal. So when I saw that, I was like, wait a minute, I just saw something about L'Oreal. And that was that Netflix series. So comment down below if you've seen it, or when you do watch it, let me know what you think. Okay, so I'm sorry, Siri is asking me stuff. And Siri, nobody's talking to you. All right, so let me go ahead and get into the review. So 4C only. For backstory here is I am not a person who switches from product to product to product. Whatever works for my hair, I keep up with that. Now, I just kind of got interested, decided I wanted to try something different. So I did try out 4C. So I wanted to try out 4C only, their whole kind of like starter kit, which came with the shampoo, the leave-in conditioner, the deep conditioner, as well as the styling cream. And I will say, I like the packaging of the product. You can get the starter kit for $50, which is definitely very reasonably priced, and it allows you to test it out and have multiple uses. So I did use it for a month, and overall, like I said, I did like the products. They come in like jars, and it's specifically made for people with 4C hair, which I found very interesting. I think the front of my hair, the top part of my hair, is a different curl pattern. It's a looser curl pattern than the back part. So I just want to say that for just because I don't know why I shared that. No one asked, but I shared anyway. But anyway, all that to say that overall, I like the products. I think they smell nice, and fragrance is always going to be an important factor in in hair care products or anything that you're putting on your body. So that did matter. But overall, I think the products work well. I think they're nice. Is it something that blew my socks off and I saw a major difference between using those products and the products that I usually use? No. I think it's nice. It just wasn't revolutionary or game changing for me. And that's just my honest opinion. Nobody paid me to do that. So that's what I thought. I don't know, I feel weird because I'm just like, I'm not saying, oh my gosh, it's amazing or anything like that. But I mean, yeah, it worked. I think it worked well. It just didn't do anything different. I didn't see a significant difference with my hair between that and that. But anyway, I'm going to stop like rambling on. I just feel weird saying that because I feel like I was supposed to say, it was amazing or something like that. But I mean, this is real life, and that's my real opinion. Next up is going to be green tea hair rinse. So I was watching Curly Chemistry. So if you have not checked out her channel, check it out. She's a cosmetic chemist. This is so cool to me. But anyway, so she talked about the green tea hair rinse and the positive effects it has with shedding it and being an instant helper. And it is. I have seen those results myself. Make sure you check out Curly Chemistry's channel too down below if you have questions about hair care, that kind of thing. she gives you information from a curly chemist, a cosmetic chemist perspective, which is very valuable and helpful, and she's very knowledgeable. Okay, so I did try green tea hair rinse. I am going to segue and put a plug in here for my blog. If you have not checked out my website, make sure you hit that more button. You will see a link to the blog post where I talk about my experience with green tea hair rinse and other helpful items for kind of helping with hair issues that we have, like split ends and shedding and things like that. So the article link down below, please go ahead and check that out. It's fairly new, and I really would appreciate your support. I won't go into too much detail because I talk about that more in that blog post, but I will say overall, I do think it works. I did see immediate difference with using it the first time I use it as well as the week after. There are some things you do have to consider with making sure you're not overusing it so you don't over like dry your hair out, but I do think it's an effective solution, effective treatment, I guess is what I should say, for hair shedding. Thank you so much. Hope you come back for another video. Bye.